So after highway, here set up cantonment
Excuse me,
in
sir.
various.
Sir, show the previous page once more. Okay, sir.
Done. Okay, fine. So next, he had set up cantonment. He had set up the cantonment in various parts of his empire, right? And a very strong garrison was posted, and strong garrison posted there. What is garrison? So in each of these cantonments, he had posted. Very first, he had created so many cantonments, and in each of the cantonments, he had posted a strong garrison. Garrison means shibandi, right? So in today's context, you can consider a sort of specialized trained forces, right? So special forces, shibandi, right? Then he introduced the principle of local responsibility for local crimes. This is very important. Introduced principle of local responsibility for local crimes. What does it mean? It means, right, you know, the Mukaddams were punished for failure to find the culprits. Right? If something had happened and if you could not find out the culprit, then Mukaddams get punished for that. Right? So Mukaddams were punished. Right? So in this case, I will write this Mukaddams, M-U-Q-A-D-D-A-Ms. Mukaddams were punished. Right? If they could not find the culprits, right? Then he had the land was measured, and 1/3 of the average was fixed as the land tax, right? So the peasant was given in this realm. Peasant was given a patta, right, and kabuliyat, right? Right. So what is meant by, right? So it's a deed, and the kabuliyat is nothing but the deed of agreement, right? So these were fixed, right, which had fixed the peasants' rights and taxes, right? So which fixed peasants म्हणजे शेतकऱ्यांची peasants अधिकार आणि टॅक्स किती द्यायचा, राईट. अधिकार आणि टॅक्स, rights and tax, right. One more thing had been done in Hijriya, in that the zamindar were complete, zamindar were removed, zamindar were completely removed, right. And therefore direct tax collection, there was direct tax collection, there was direct tax collection, right. He had also built Purana Kila at Delhi, Purana Kila at Delhi, right. So this is what you can consider. See, within only 5 years he had done this much kind of administration, right. So administration as well as the land revenue policy and several other measures to improve the economic conditions of his empire, right. So only within 5 years he was succeeded by Islam Shah from 1545 to, right. Only I will write, it is not of that much. Islam Shah from 1545 to 1554, and further Islam Shah was succeeded by Muhammad Adil Shah. Muhammad Adil Shah. तोपर्यंत हुमायूं परत आलाच होता ना, right. From 1555 to 1555, right. This is what the Sher Shah's succession. And then later on, the next comes in, right. So already we have considered this particular part, that is from 55 to 56 in the form of Humayun. Now next one, Akbar, right, who had ruled from 1556 to 1605. Now see how much time period he got, right. So who was the Akbar? So Akbar was the eldest son of Humayun, eldest son of Humayun. He was eldest son of Humayun. He had ascended the throne under the title, right, under the title called Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar Badshah, right. Ascended the title Jalaluddin Muhammad Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar Badshah. Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar Badshah Ghazi, right. So at that time he was only 14 years old, right. And this was done at Kalnor in Punjab, right. So he had appointed, rather his tutor had appointed, I think I should write name of his tutor called Bairam Khan. Bairam Khan, who had appointed as the what you can say regent, as a regent, right? So Bairam Khan was a regent to the Akbar because Akbar was only of 14 years old. So what is meaning of regent? Regent is nothing but the a person to a person to administer, because the king is minor, right? The king is, yes, you can consider caretaker, but it is always through the point of view of the administration, right? So whenever your king is minor, that is small, right, as far as age is concerned. So in that particular case, you will be always having regent. Fine. Then the second battle of Panipat was fought between Hemu and Bairam Khan. So who was the Hemu? Hemu was the general, the Hindu general of Muhammad Adil Shah, right? Muhammad Adil Shah. So his general called Hemu and Bairam Khan had second battle of Panipat, right? So in this battle, Hemu defeated, and then Bairam Khan captured him and slain, right? So that is what you can always consider. Right? So second battle of Panipat, which was in 1556, right? So it was between Hemu. Who was Hemu? General of Muhammad Adil Shah. Muhammad Adil Shah and Bairam Khan. So who was Bairam Khan? Bairam Khan was regent of Akbar, right? So in this case, Hemu was defeated and slain by Bairam Khan. Slain, killed in a very violent way. Defeated and slain by Bairam Khan. Right. So this is the case you can always consider as far as the Akbar's reign. Right. So the second war of Panipat, or second battle of Panipat, right, had actually ended the Mughal-Afghan contest for the throne of Delhi, right? So this battle ended contest between Mughal. If anybody wants, you can.
Sir, can you tell me tutor had appointed as means?
Tutor appointed as a regent. Okay. So you can consider the tutor as a teacher who was looking after all kinds of education of Akbar, right? Because Akbar was small by age, right? And the Bairam Khan must have been teaching him, right? He must have been making him introduce so many different things of the empire, right? And then when he became the ruler, so he was not able himself to rule the complete empire. So Bairam Khan was appointed as a regent. So regent is a person which is always appointed in order to look the administration, So that is the case you can always consider.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So the second battle of Panipat had ended the contest between Mughal and Afghans for throne of Delhi. Throne of Delhi. Right. So, and this was in the favor of Mughals, which had enabled Akbar to reoccupy Delhi as well as Agra. Right. So,
Sir, can you show previous page once again for screenshot? Done, sir.
okay, fine. So now see, when Akbar was appointed as the ruler that was in 1556, and at that time Bairam Khan had appointed as his regent. But after 5 years, Akbar had ended regency of the Bairam Khan, right? So Akbar ended regency of Bairam Khan. Regency of Bairam Khan, right, in 1560. Now Akbar was capable himself, right? And second thing, so when he became capable, he had assumed, right, the complete, or he had assured the complete rights to himself and ended the regency of Bairam Khan. Fine. But Akbar was under the influence of Muhammad Anga and Adham Khan junta from 1560 to 62. So these 2 years, he had worked under the influence of two other personalities called Muhammad Anga and Adham Khan junta. Fine. But later on, he had also, then he decided to work independently, right? So in his bid to expand his empire, he conquered various provincial states, right? Later on. So he had ordered to expand his empire, and in order to expand expanding his empire, right, he had conquered various provincial states. For example, Rajputa kingdom of Mewar, right, was the only kind of kingdom which had put the fierce defense, right. त्यांनी फार कराडून विरोध केला, तीव्र विरोध केला, ते लढले त्यांच्याशी under the Rana Uday Singh and his son Rana Pratap, right. So from 1537, what I want to tell you, Rajputana kingdom or Rajputa kingdom of Mewar had put a fierce defense, right, under the leadership of Rana Uday Singh and Rana Pratap. Right. So that is the one of the states who were opposing, right, to be part of Mughal Sultanate. Right. Then Akbar had tried to win over Rajputas wherever possible, right, and he had inducted Rajputa kings into Mughal and treated them as at par with Mughal nobility, right. So त्यांची जी स्वायत्तता होती ती अबाधित ठेवली. So he had treated them as at par with Mughal nobility. So whatever the nobles in the Mughal Empire.
केमिस्ट्री का लेक्चर का टाइम हो गया उनका यहाँ पे। आपका सर उधर 11th का।
Okay. Sorry, I haven't seen. It's 9:50. Fine. Anyway, we will stop, and tomorrow we will consider the remaining part. Thank you, everyone. Yes, exactly. That will be coming up. Harkhabai, right? Okay. Thank you, everyone. I will quit the meeting.